So why did you stab this guy?
Well, my mental state was a lot more prison invested. I came when I was 16.
Welcome to Get Your Life. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Could you give us your name and NDOC number for the record?
Ricky Brown, 1121-404.
Okay, my name is Jim Benedetti. I'm a hearing representative of this Pro Commissioner Mary Baker.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And we are here today to see you on your mandatory parole on case number 2110100. You currently have a mandatory parole release date of May 25th, 2024, and I see no holds or detainers. Caseworker Mullet, is that what you see as well?
All of that information is correct.
Thank you. We're going to put a copy of the notification document up on the screen. Can you verify for us that that is your signature?
Yep.
Okay, you've been properly noticed for the hearing, so we can continue. I understand that you have some supporters there today. At the end of the hearing, if one of them would like to make a statement in your behalf, they can do so. Okay? A couple things you need to know about a mandatory parole that's slightly different. On a mandatory parole, if you're granted a parole and you go out and you commit a new offense, then you would forfeit all your statutory good time credits. The other thing that's slightly different is on a mandatory parole, the main factor that we look at is would you be a danger to the community if you were released on parole. So with that in mind, do you have an opening statement you'd like to present to the committee, to the panel today?
Well, I had already been released from prison without any restrictions and without parole. So I don't see how me being on parole would be productive. I think that'll probably actually help a little bit, might facilitate me, keeping on the line straight. But regardless, it's up to y'all. Y'all done it a million times already. Y'all already seem to have your mind made up. Usually, from my experience of dealing with the parole board, I just came up here a couple months ago, and I had everything I needed: a job waiting on me. Families done, wrote the best letters that they can provide from where they're at. Safe spaces and everything that was guaranteed to put me on, projectile of success. But it seemed like that, you guys was apathetic to that. So I don't too much know. I don't too much know what to try to offer you guys or give you guys whatever programs that was available for me. I did, which was cool. I got my high school diploma, my GED that I had did both of them. I want to get my days for that if that's possible. I was hearing that I could get my days, so that's why I brought my certificates.
And when did you get when did you when did you get your when did you get your high school diploma?
I got my GED first on the 16th of November, and then I got my high school diploma on December 21st. The last time I came, I was trying to let you guys know I've been, diligently doing my schoolwork and that I was projected to graduate in the next, month or two. But I think y'all preferred the tangible evidence before y'all made a, decision if I was gonna get out or not. I don't know. But I had that now though, just so I could get my days at least. I'm expiring this year, so.
The caseworker Mullet, because I don't see any of that on his board report. Can you verify that he got his high school diploma and GED for me?
Yes, he did, and he was given the, his high school diploma credits were posted on January 16th of this year.
What about my GED?
I do not see your GED.
If If you need the GED just as a,
Well, we only get, we just subtract a point for programming. So even if you got your GED and high school diploma, we recognize that as participation programs, but you still only get subtracted 1 point. So,
I understand that.
so we're gonna take,
I just want
Mr.
the credits.
Benedetti's taking off that point, and congratulations on getting your diploma. That makes a big difference.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
So in regards to the conviction we're seeing you on here today, I guess my question is, so why did you stab this guy?
Well, my mental state was a lot more prison invested. I came when I was 16, and I don't want to use the old product of my environment speech, but at the time, this environment is such an anomaly, you know what I mean? And making sense of it, you'll have to be here to understand it. But at the time, my understanding of what life was about was completely derailed and nowhere where my mind is at now. But I did a lot at that time. My last prison bid, the whole entire prison bid was horrible. You know what I mean? So it's just destructive mentality. I had a destructive mentality. It took me kind of to get out to, come to an epiphany and realize that I was thinking the wrong way. Being around my family and actually, regular citizens and being exposed to my nieces, my nephews, and just seeing my dad get older. All these things that put me back in reality of what the real world is about. But I made some mistakes. I know that. I see that. I understand it. I'm paying for it now. I turned myself in from this case right here. They let me go home, and I knew that I was coming back to prison. I drove up here in the snow just to turn myself back in so I wouldn't be a fugitive
You were looking at,
and just
yeah.
get this time, done with.
Tell me what your parole plan is. Oh, before you do that, I wanted to let you know that we did receive, I think most of them were today, quite a few letters of support in your behalf. But we got one from your sister. Yvonne Carson, she doesn't say what the relationship is, so
It's my relative.
your younger brother, childhood friend, and Johnson, Aaron Brown, your cousin. Okay, what's that?
It's more.
Somebody named Priscilla Vogel also sent you a letter of support. And then something called Open Path. Anyway, go ahead and tell me what your parole plan is.
Uh, this go around. I don't too much have a parole plan besides, doing what I got to do to get off parole so I can move out of the country. I'm moving to Europe when I get out, and that's where I was at when I just had got out last time. I went overseas to Europe, and my woman is stable over there, and she don't mind, helping me and building me until I get the floor from beneath me, and that's my plan as of right now. Just do what I got to do to get off parole if I do get it, but the last time I came, I had a job lined up. I had everything that I needed. I actually didn't come in here with the best of high hopes, so I didn't like that. That train kind of went already for me. But of course, if I get parole, though, I'm pretty sure that I could complete it and do what I got to do to get off parole. It's just a few months, and then after that, I'm moving out of the country.
Okay. All right. All right, well, let's take a look at your risk assessment. That's the guideline we use to try to determine what type of risk you'd be if you were granted a parole. It helps us in our decision-making process. But I want to make sure the information we have here is accurate. Looks like you were 14 the first time you were arrested for anything. You do not have any prior revocations of either parole or probation. You were not employed during the 1 year prior to your arrest on the instant offense. You are a property offender. Doesn't look like you have any type of drug addictions at all, nothing like that. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, I don't have no drug addictions at all.
Okay. You got 2 prior felonies. You're 27 years old. You were validated as a gang member. You have completed a long-term program that we give credit for. That would be your high school diploma. You've had 1 disciplinary in the last year. That was an MJ3 battery. You're currently closed custody there at ESP. So that gives you a total risk factor score of 14. And the guideline is you're a high risk. Commissioner Baker, do you have any questions?
You know, I'm just wondering, you go to prison on a violent offense, and then why'd you stab this other inmate? Why'd you do it?
Well, the more you know that you don't know. And at the time, I didn't know a lot, but I thought I did. And I felt that was the most rational approach. Self-preservation is a real thing. So, it's just the environment. And it made a lot more sense to me then than it do now. Not just because I'm in prison, but at the time, it just made sense to me. That's from 5 years ago.
Oh.
I haven't went home.
Well,
yet.
according to this was 2019, just barely 5 years ago, but I'm still confused that why'd you stab the guy?
Verbal confrontations, and that's usually what leads to, violence that ensues in here as far as verbal. Anything can be fatal in this environment. This is the 3rd worst state prison in the United States. So just to, food for thought that people die in this place, and I don't, at the time, it just made more sense for me to make the first move, so to speak.
All right, thank you.
Does one of your supporters want to make a statement on your behalf? And then, ma'am, if you could just tell us your name and what your relationship is, and then go ahead with your statement.
My name is Danielle Brown. This is my brother, Ricky Brown.
Okay.
So my brother already kind of summed up most of it as far as the things that he did accomplish, as far as when he got released during his first sentence and he came home, he did complete, like, as far as that term, and we all knew that he had to come back to court, and he did. But just to say that while he was out, he got to do and experience a lot of things that I haven't even got to do, as far as live life, travel, and meet people and opportunities, that something that he always wanted to do, like being in a sports gym when he was in Europe. That's kind of the things that he was around, sports gym, being around kids, and just seeing a different lifestyle, as well as those couple of months before he even left, just embracing family. Me and my sisters, we all have kids, and being around my dad, he missed a lot of that time. I know when I did call, like, I had called you guys for his first parole board, well, afterwards, just to kind of get an understanding of what you guys look at. And we do know that it is based off of a point system, but just also taking into consideration that while he was out, beyond being on restrictions, that he was being able to maintain a straight path and trying to rehabilitate, and knowing that he had to come back to court and kind of just kept everything in order and not violating, not even parole or probation, because he wasn't on that, but more so of not violating himself and just giving himself a chance. So that's the main thing, and just us really embracing him to be out and knowing that while he's in here, I think like throughout the years as life and time go on, anyone and everyone, we all lose relatives. And even in December, we lost our uncle and he still managed to get his high school diploma. And that was like one of the head of our family members, like my dad's oldest brother. And yeah, I don't know. I just think that my brother deserved that chance, even beyond the points that you guys look at.
All right, well, thank you very much for your statement today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, so we do need to let you know that the victim and victim's family will be taken into consideration prior to any grant of parole. What's going to happen now is myself and Commissioner Baker, we are going to discuss your case. We're going to come up with a recommendation that will be reviewed by the other parole board members. It takes majority vote. And when all that happens, you'll get your results in about 2 or 3 weeks. Okay?
All right.
All right.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it.